Hello, my name is Chloe, and in this week's video I'm going to be giving you a few tips on starting your own YouTube channel. The first thing you need to do is create your channel if you don't already have one. You want your username to represent you and the type of videos that you intend to create. But if you're not sure what type of videos you intend to make, just keep your username simple. And I didn't necessarily follow this because my username is different to my channel name. My username is Closter121, I think, and that is hard to remember. It's hard to explain to people. When you know what sort of videos that you want to make, try and branch out from that. And what I mean by that is try and make your idea your own. Don't try and copy any other YouTuber or any other ideas that other people have, but if you have your own idea, try and make it a little bit more unique. Originally, my channel was meant to be just about my disability and disabilities in general, but now my most popular videos are my piercing videos, and I try and make my piercings relatable to my disability in some way, which is very, very difficult to do, but it's not always necessary to only have one type of videos that you create. But if you have a general idea of what you want all of your videos to be about, then you can base your username and your channel name on that idea. The next thing is getting equipment. And when you first start out, you think that you need all of these fancy lighting and fancy cameras and all of that stuff, but please trust me, you don't need any of that. If you have an iPhone, you can film, edit, and upload from that. If you have a computer with a webcam, use that. If you have a cheap-ass camera that records okay, just use that. When I first started, I was using a cheap Canon camera, and that worked perfectly fine. And it wasn't until about 2 years after I first started filming that I got a really expensive and quality camera. And fancy lighting? You don't need fancy lighting. The only lighting I have is my ceiling light and my window. That's it. It is a good investment to get a microphone. And when I first started out, I never used a microphone. And the microphone that I have now, I've only had for about 6 months. And now the next step is filming. Now this can be very, very weird and uncomfortable and awkward sitting in front of a camera and having a conversation with an inanimate object. But you will get used to this. And if I can give you a few tips, do not look at the viewfinder. Try and just look at the camera lens, but don't stare at it. Talk as if you're having a conversation with somebody else, but you're doing that in a louder sense. You're being noticed, you're being more energetic in front of a camera. Because if I was just having a normal conversation, it would sound a little bit like this, and that's not really that entertaining. Make sure you're talking about something that interests you, because if you're not interested in what you're talking about, nobody else is going to be interested in it. And try not to copy anybody else on the way that they talk and the way that they hold themselves in front of the camera. Try and make your own videos your own, because if you try and be somebody else, people will pick up on that really, really easily, and it's not a good way to gain subscribers and get a following. When you're filming, you need to be engaging to your audience. So ask them questions, be loud, be happy to talk about what you're talking about. If you have a question that you're not sure of, ask the audience. Don't be afraid to ask them to give the video a thumbs up or subscribe or to share this video. That is the best way that you're going to gain more subscribers quickly. If other people are watching, if they're engaged in what you're talking about, they're going to be more inclined to like the video, to subscribe, and to share the video to other people. And using your own social media is a really good way to go about this. So if you have Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, every time you upload a video, you should copy the URL of that video and paste it on all of your social media networks. And that way more people are going to see your video, see your channel, and be more inclined to engage with your videos and to subscribe. If you don't have your own camera and you can only borrow one from a friend, just buy yourself your own SD card, film using their camera and then just take it out and give them the camera back. And then you can do the editing on your computer. But when you're editing, don't think that when you're first starting out that you need all of this really expensive editing software. You don't. You can use Windows Movie Maker if you're on a Windows computer. I'm not 100% sure about what you would use if you were on a Mac. For about a year and a half, I was using Adobe Premiere Element something or other, and that worked really, really well. It was a very basic, simple form of editing. And when you're starting out, that's pretty much all you need. And now for editing, I use Cyberlink Power Director 13. This software cost me about $150 to $200, I think, but I save up my money very, very well, so I can buy these things. The next thing you need to know with editing is using royalty-free music. Unless you don't care about making money or having more of a following, it is definitely a good idea to not use copyrighted music. Because if your account is monetized or you plan on getting money or monetizing your channel, you do not want to have copyrighted music, because if one of your videos gets flagged or gets a copyright strike, 3 copyright strikes and your channel is out and you can't make any money from your channel or any of your videos. There's quite a few websites that you can use and you can download royalty-free music for free, and any of those that I know, I will have them linked in the description for you to check out. But please don't think that you need to have music in your videos. If you prefer not to have music, don't use music. But it's up to everybody's personal choice whether or not they want to put music in their videos. For me, I think it adds to the video. The next thing you need to know is thumbnails. Thumbnails can make a very big difference to how many views your video gets. A really good thumbnail can mean the difference between somebody clicking on it or somebody not clicking on it. And when I first started making my own custom thumbnails, I noticed a huge difference in the amount of audience retention that I got for my videos. I use the website PicMonkey, which is free. You can get a subscription to use it, but I just use the free version. You just need to have the thumbnail being enticing and bright and make it so you're going to want to click on the video because of the thumbnail. But you don't want to make your video title and your video thumbnail too misleading. So you don't want to make it clickbait, because that will not gain you subscribers. It might get you a lot of views on that video, but you're not going to make any money from that video and you're not going to gain many subscribers from that video. You want the thumbnail to be more enticing to want to click on the video, as well as the title of the video. But you do not want the title of the video and the thumbnail to be misleading of the content in the video. The next thing is your video description. Now, if you go into your YouTube analytics, you can choose a default description for all of your videos. And what you need to put in your description is your social media networks like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anything that you want to share on your channel. And that way, every single time you upload a video, that default description is going to be there every single time. When you first start making videos, you don't want to upload a new video every single day or 5 videos in a day, because that's not going to entice more people to subscribe. You're best to just upload 1 quality video every single week at the same time on the same day. Getting subscribers does take quite a while, and you just have to be patient, because when people see your video and they see that you've been consistently uploading every single week, they're going to be more enticed to want to subscribe to your channel. But please do not spam other people's videos. The next thing is getting money. This goes back to what I said near the start, and that is only using royalty-free music. Because if you're hoping to get money for your videos and you're using copyrighted music, you will not get money for those videos, and there is a high likelihood that you might get a copyright strike for a video if it's not royalty-free. But when you first start, don't immediately assume that you're going to get a whole lot of money straight up, because that does not happen. When I first started, I thought, oh, I'm gonna get a lot of money for this. And no, it was about a year and a half before I started getting any money, and this was only like a couple of dollars every month. And please do not ask your audience for money. It's not going to get you any more subscribers, and it's not going to make you very popular. Another thing that you need to be aware of is hate. Every single person who uploads YouTube videos will get some sort of hate to a degree. And these are usually just trolls. People that have nothing better to do with their time but to tell you nasty things. But just be aware that that could happen. But at the end of the day, making YouTube videos should just be for you. It should be fun. It should be something that you enjoy doing. And as long as you're having fun and you like what you're doing, other people are going to more connect with you. If you have any questions for me, please write them in the comments, and I'm more than happy to help you if I can. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Bye.